Hello and welcome back for episode number 3 of the Red Revival. So today we're going to start with the Aberdeen Celtic game. So we're playing at home in this game, but before we go ahead with that, what we'll do is I'll show you what's happened in the build up to this match in between finishing off with Kilmarnock last time out up till today's date. So we played the second round of the Cup against Hibs, and in the second minute of the game Hibs broke through with Boyle and took the lead to go 1-0 up. Wasn't a great start for us. Hibs then had a penalty with Filozzo and went 2-0 up in the 13th minute, which was really disappointing at home. Hibs then played some sloppy passes at the back and Duke came through to make it 2-1 in the 77th minute. And in the 85th minute, we broke down the right hand side. Devlin played it back to Shinnie, some nice passes through, and Clarkson laid it off for Duke to make it 2-2. And in the 112th minute, so in extra time, Clarkson played it through to Sockler, played it back, and it's been put home by Danny Wilson to make it 3-2. And that's how the game ended, so through to the quarter-finals. So shortly after we got the draw in for the quarter-final of the Viaplay Cup, and as we can see here, in the quarter-final we've been drawn to play away from home against Dunfermline Athletic. Not the worst draw we could have had, we could have got Celtic or Rangers. Celtic are away to Kilmarnock or Livingston, and Rangers are at home to St Mirren. So quite a kind draw with Dunfermline, I'm quite happy with that. And we welcome in another new signing. Who comes in a free transfer is Lucas Dupe, who's a 16-year-old winger. To be honest, I didn't know a great deal about him. He looks to be a very early generated new gen, but he's got 1 star current ability with 4.5 star potential ability. Look at him here, he plays naturally on the left hand side of midfield, which is a position to use. He's got decent physical attributes for his age, decent mental attributes, and kind of fairly decent technical attributes as well. So I think we can improve with him. Might be somebody that we see in the future, don't expect to see him too soon though. So we're back now for the game against Celtic at home, and what I'll do is I'll show you the team sheet for today's game. So starting off in goals, we have Mitov, who retains his position. Devlin plays right back today, and Mbaye at centre back on the right, and Danny Wilson retains his left centre back slot. Wilson Esbrand will play the left defence role, so he'll be playing the wing back role. Shinnie in defensive midfield. Basically severe to help Nielsen has another suspension, gets sent off yet again for us. Play Clarkson in the centre of midfield, he's been in good form for us this season, and Morris has been playing well too, so he'll start on the right wing. Keskinen, also in really good form, will play in the left wing today, with Guy up front and Duke playing the advanced forward role. So we'll get cracking on now with the match, see what we can do against Celtic. This is really the first big test of the season for us. Everyone's in good spirits at the moment though, so I'm hoping for a good performance. And I want everyone to try and beat their rivals as much as I do. Yep, let's go for that. Pump the fist, tell them we've got faith in them to make the difference today, and to make us proud. Basically just looking for a strong performance. I'm not expecting us to kind of blow Celtic out of the water today, but if we can play well, we've got a chance here really. So same formation again today, so we're in really good form. Celtic have won their last 3 games, play a strong lineup today as well. They're a 4-2-3-1. So let's see how we can defend against that. Most teams have played quite defensive against us so far this season. Moving on to this one, Keskinen's taking the ball off of Celtic. And the kick-off highlight. Morris plays it through to Clarkson. It's broken here for Gay. And Gay scored. What a start for us. 30 seconds in, we've got a goal from Gay. That's absolutely brilliant. Couldn't have wished for a better start. Dream start today. Time of recording, it's Saturday. We've actually got Ross County today, who we played in the last episode, and I think that we've got a really good chance against them. Celtic are breaking here. 3rd minute, looking to get level. That's a good stop from Mitov. He's going to be very important for us today. Hopefully he can keep that sort of level of performance up. The Celtic corner here, Palma swings it in. It's cleared by Mbaye, and so we're out for a throw-in. As I said, I think we can do well against Ross County today. I'm expecting maybe a 2 or 3-0 win for the Dons. Maybe a wee bit too optimistic, maybe, but we'll see. I think we're good enough, especially after County's performance against Rangers recently. It's a game really we should be winning, I think, today. So Clarkson with a free kick here. He pulls a good save off of Kasper Schmeichel in the 10th minute. So retain the 1-0 lead. Wilson Esbrand played into Shinnie, Keskinen, Clarkson wins a corner here. I thought that was just a really bad shot, but he's won a corner out of it. So Clarkson to swing it in for us. Danny Wilson up. Oh, I thought we were going to get something out of that there. Morris has recycled possession. Devlin swings it in. It's cleared away again from Celtic, who look to break themselves here. It's a good foul from Keskinen to break the momentum. Celtic corner in the 15th minute. Cleared away out to Unaz. That was too close for comfort there. To make sure we're breaking players like that down. Make sure we close them early. It's been quite an even game so far, looking at the statistics. Both sides have had 4 shots. Celtic maybe edging the possession a little bit, but we've got the 1-0 lead, so happy enough with how the team's performing. Coming into the last 10 minutes of the second half now. We're still trying to extend our lead, which is good. We're not sitting back on it. So we're approaching half time. In the 43rd minute, Celtic have got a free kick here. So Palmer looks to be maybe taking the shot on, and Mitov pulls off another good save for us. As I said, yeah, Mitov's going to be extremely important for us, particularly in the games against the Old Firm. It's played back out. Celtic are continuing to give us a little bit of pressure at the back here with these corners. Palmer's going to try and swing another one in, and that's cleared away, but not far enough. It's back out to Palmer. That looks good for us. We've got Duke now on the break. Can he do it here? It's intercepted. So yeah, it looks like we're coming into half time then with a 1-goal lead, which is good. I think we've played well enough to deserve that lead as well. So what I'm going to tell the squad, I'm going to tell them I don't like what I saw from the team. Now you might think that's a bit weird, but you seem to get a good reaction from that when you've only got a 1-goal lead, and quite often it can help us out. But we'll encourage him as well, and that's changed Pappy's mentality there to motivated for him a little bit disheartened, I would say. We've got a corner here from Clarkson, and Mbai's hit the crossbar. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with the performance so far. We've kind of limited Celtic in this game. Let's see what they can do from this highlight. It's played back to Scales. McGregor's breaking forward. He's kind of got away from our centre midfield there too easily there, but Mitov claims it, plays it out quickly to Wilson. We try and break down the left, and the highlight's ended. So yeah, not anything too threatening at the moment from Celtic, and I think they're playing well, but we'll look to see if we can make a substitution. Esbrand's got a booking at the moment, so I'm going to bring McGarry on at left back. Esbrand's carrying a knock as well, so I think it's worth freshening that position up. We're just over the hour mark now, approaching the 70th minute. We've got the 1-goal lead. I think we'll look to make another change here, just to freshen things up. Morris isn't playing too well, so we'll bring McGrath on. Keskinen's not playing too well either, but I don't actually have any real options for him at the moment on the bench. So I think we'll need to just leave him on, despite him carrying the booking. See if he can improve his performance. Schmeichel seems to be having a good game for Celtic actually, still got a 7.3 average rating for this match. We're coming into the 80th minute, so we'll make another change here. Might make all 3 of them. I'm going to put Duke in the left wing. I said he's not natural there, but I think he can do a job for us. We'll bring Soccer on for Keskinen. Shinny's carrying that booking, so I'm going to bring Palaversa on in defensive midfield. Just to see if there's anything else I want to do with the team. Most players are playing pretty well, they're quite fresh, but I think we'll bring Svoboda on for Mbai, just to fresh up the centre back slot. I'm still waiting on these changes to happen. Celtic have got a highlight here by the looks of it. Kyogo. They're not following the runner well enough here. Unaz plays it in, and it's turned home by Kyogo. So we're back to 1 each, unfortunately. Changes are now just coming through, so hopefully that will freshen things up a little bit for us and we can get something out of the game. Approaching into the latter stages of it, we're in the 85th minute. McGrath's coming down the right. Devlin's just lost the ball there. Celtic looking to break. we've recycled it with McGrath, which is good. So played over the top to Clarkson, and Clarkson slots at home. It's his first goal of the season, but he's been pretty pivotal for us so far. Clarkson in that central midfield role, just getting checked by VAR, and it's awarded. Brilliant. So we're 2-1 up. And in the last couple of minutes, this is Celtic territory for usually scoring, particularly in real life, but we've got a corner now in the 93rd minute. Clarkson will be hoping we'll be wasting a little bit of time here, just to see the result through. He swings it in, and Danny Wilson's got the third goal for us. We're 3-1 up. Yeah, beauty. So that looks like it might have wrapped the game up for us actually, as long as we can keep our concentration now going forward, coming out the last couple of minutes, and we've got another corner. Swung in by McGarry, Wilson's hit the crossbar. So, a good chance of 4-1 there. That's the final whistle. So, what a great result for us, beating one of the Old Firm teams as early in the season. Again, Clarkson's had a great performance, as has Danny Wilson today. Looking at the match stats though, I'd say we've probably deserved that win. Higher XG, more shots, hit the woodwork a couple of times, created one clear-cut chance to Celtic's 0. Celtic did edge possession, but they've not done enough with it today. Definitely deserved that. So approach the dressing room, tell everyone they've done a really good job, and we will continue forward. Everyone's pretty happy with that team talk. So again, very early days, but that keeps us top of the league with a 100% record, similar to real life at the moment, and a good goal difference as well. As we can see, we've dominated that side of things. Palaver's has picked up a knock in this game to join the rest of the guys in the medical room, and there's Persson being ridiculous again, saying that Clarkson's better than Bernardo Silva. Okay, Persson, that's enough of that. So we'll wrap it up there, and what we'll do is we'll come back in for transfer deadline day. I'll let you know if anything happens in between. On to transfer deadline day then. Played through to this day, there's not really been much happening in between, but they are expecting busy deadline day. Us being interested in Mbai. I don't really know enough about Mbai, but he has a right back. We've currently got him on trial at the moment. It's one of the positions I think we could strengthen, along with probably the right and left wing positions. If I can get somebody in to cover those two slots, it would be pretty handy for us, but we don't have much of a budget to work with at the moment, so we've got no transfer budget. We're already over the wage budget, and I've already asked the board if they can increase both of them, and they've rejected me. We're quite early in the season for that side of things, so they might agree to that further through the season if we're doing okay financially. But we've also got the game against Dundee coming up. Probably won't show that in this episode. We'll probably just complete the transfer deadline and finish the episode with that side of things, and hopefully we can get a little bit of business done if possible. So just continuing on and through things here at the moment. We've not got too much. We've got the Player of the Month award, so Duke's got that with 4 goals in 3 games. It's pretty well deserved for him. Clarkson's also playing pretty well, and Wilson Edbrand has won the Young Player of the Month. Got him in on loan, so he's proven to be quite fruitful for us at the moment, and I've won the Manager of the Month award. Richly deserved, if you ask me. So we don't have any agent offers in as of yet, but there's still 15 hours remaining for the transfer deadline. See what comes in. Mupew's been linked with us for 975,000. I don't really have the money for him. I'd be interested in signing him, but especially with him being 18, he's got a lot of scope to really improve, and we're linked with Nunzio Lela, who I have no idea who that is. So it's just paper talk. I'm not interested in a central midfielder. And we'll just check and see in our scouting centre if there's anything that sort of tickles our fancy. Stevan Jovetic, we've not had him scouted, but I know from real life he's quite a good player. So, but again, we don't really need a striker at the moment. Same with Tom Hay. We could maybe improve the goalkeeping position, but I think for the money we've got at the moment, it's not a priority. In terms of loans, Chermiti was recommended for loan, but he's already out, so nothing in there. Youngsters, I think they're all a little bit too expensive for us at the moment. Potential for loans, so Alex Mighton looks pretty decent. Don't think they're any better than what we've already got at the moment. Looking at these players, Juice and Bennett, he's pretty fast as well, but he looks to be kind of similar mould to Shaden Morris. I don't really think we need him. Ethan Pye, don't know enough about him. Alex Lowry, again, we don't really play with an attacking midfielder, so he's not really worth going for. Yeah, we'll see. He's injured, but it's only 5 days. Again, attacking midfield, it's not really a role that we need to consider. Juice and Bennett. We'll maybe see Bennett and Myton could be interesting. See if we can bring them in on loan potentially. We've got good pace, good off the ball, provide a little bit of cover for us. I think Bennett with that pace and agility, balance and acceleration could be interesting to bring in to provide cover on the wing. So let's see if we can actually. So looking for 1700, an optional fee of 2.1, which I very much doubt we're going to have the money to trigger at any stage, but it's an interesting one. I'll keep him in mind for now. Again, he's also recommended in the youngsters recruitment focus, similar to a lot of the other guys kind of appearing on the same shortlist. Are any of these guys any good? It's not really good enough for us at the moment. And any bargains kicking around? Again, we've just not got the money. Stephen Humphreys maybe, but he's kind of striker position, don't really need that. Kamar Roof, formerly of Rangers, I won't be signing him. Got Saman Godos, looks like he could be a good player. And then the contract signings, not really much point just now in looking at them. It's really just free transfers and loans that we can look at the moment. Nothing coming up really from the Cinch Premiership focus for us. So yeah, I think we need to consider maybe the loan side of things, but we've got a little bit of time now in the window. If we look at Alex Myton, again, let's see how much he might cost us if we try and bring him in. Yeah, they're wanting full contribution, can't really afford that at the moment, so I'm not going to go for him. I think we'll just kind of proceed on just now and see if anything of interest comes through. See, we've got all these agent offers coming in, but we don't have enough scouting knowledge of the guys that are getting recommended to really give us any value in the players, whether to go for them. Have a quick look at the Mario in terms of goalkeeper wise. So there's very little knowledge that we know of him. Got an offer in for Alfie Stewart from Dundee United, and Alfie doesn't look like he's going to amount to too much for us, so you know what, I'm going to put that down to 5 games and hopefully we get a little bit of cash in for him towards the end of the season. So down to the final 11 hours now. Fosu Mensah, I was looking at him for the right back position, but he's looking for too much money. We've got Gustavo Silva on trial at the moment, and he looks a good player, and he could play in the wing position. So I'm going to see how much he would cost in terms of his contracts. He wants an important player role, which is fine. Wants to challenge for a domestic cup, so that's fine. I'm happy to leave that in. He's looking for 7.25. Can we bring him down to 6,000 per week? I know there's a minimum fee release clause in there, but I wouldn't actually mind if somebody took him off us for that value. He's looking for 7, which we just can't afford. Take 6, please. He's happy with the 6,000, so we'll see if we can get him in. He's slightly injury prone, but I'm not too fussed with that because we do have a little bit of depth in the squad, and he can just provide quality for when he is available. Playing that right midfield position, we'll need to train him a little bit, but I don't think that'll take too long for him. Any of these guys, do we know enough about them? Makar, is he any good? Could be, just don't know enough. Condolo goes out on loan just to give him some game time. Tyler's rejected his loan bid. I'm just going to ignore the media there. Alfie Stewart's away out, so we might end up losing Stewart, but we do have that 40% of next sale clause in there. If he does amount to anything half decent, we might make a little bit of money off him down the line. Linked with this Garden. Don't know where that's came from, but certainly not interested in him. And we've got the deal now completed for Gustavo Silva. He's in as an important player. He has taken up quite a big wage, so he's going to push us even further over the wage budget than what we are already. Can't really move that across, but hopefully performances stay as good as they have been, and I don't think we'll get under too much pressure from the board if we come through with this one. But we'll need to move some money into the transfer budget just to make sure we can complete the deal. So we didn't have enough funds to go through with it. We'll accept that offer with Silva and bring him in. So we've got our first signing so far of deadline day, Gustavo Silva. I think he looks a cracking player. Might even be our first choice now in that right wing position ahead of McGrath and Morris. To be fair, we're down to 9 hours. In fact, we're down to 6 hours now. Yeah, we've got Silva in, as we say. Have another quick look at him. See, he's absolutely rapid with good agility, so that's kind of great stats for a winger to have. That high work rate as well is going to be good for him playing a defensive winger role. We'll send him on an intensive language course so that he can communicate better with the team. Put him on his individual training focus, just to get him a little bit more familiar with that right defensive winger position. Let's see if there's any other news coming in today. In fact, we need to get the squad to welcome him in. We'll go there and ask Shinny to do it as the captain. He's happy to do so. So hopefully that'll bed him in quite quickly. And under 16s, under 18s have put in a good performance. None of our players are really generating too much interest. We've got interest in Morris and Towler, both only really loan interest. I'm going to get rid of the guys that are not at the club, just to see. We've got quite a large squad at the moment. That'll probably whittle down, I would imagine, in January, since we don't have too much interest just now. But season preview now puts us at 3rd, still 33-1, but Duke's now made the Media Dream 11, which is ideal. And we'll just continue through again, see if anything of interest pops up for us today. Nothing really in that area. Again, we just don't know enough about players at the moment. We still need to get probably half a season worth of scouting done, I would say. We've just not had enough. We had the problem at the start of the season where we only had 2 scouts for a good 2 or 3 weeks until we got another few in. So we just need to take our time. They're saying that we've made a panic signing here in Silva. I wouldn't say so. We've had him in trial. He looks a good player, so I think he's a shrewd bit of business from us. Sort of seen there as well, his value's up to 5 million, so I would even take that, to be fair, looking at how our money is at the moment. And we'll just praise and criticise training, the best trainer and the worst trainer. Try and keep morale going, keep competition going well. Down to the final 2 hours. I said it's not been a great deadline day for us. I imagine going forward we'll get better ones, but Paul Dummett was a player we were interested in. Just really for the left back role, but he's 32 and he wanted too much money, so we'll remove him now because he's signed for Ipswich. I'm just going to tell the media we're happy with the promising business that we've done and the promising players that we've got in the squad. Down to the final hour. Again, apologies, there's not been a great deal in terms of signings today, but as I said, we were a little bit restricted by the budget. We're apparently the biggest spenders in the window. I've not spent a penny of that, unfortunately, but that's what's been spent before it came in. And the Jota sale was actually the previous season. And that's just be how the database is working this time round, that it's still bringing in last season's transfers. So have a look then at the schedule. Probably wrap the video up here. We've got Dundee here today. And what we'll probably do is I'll play the games off camera, the quarter final off camera, and we'll come back for the Rangers game and the Dundee United game. So the Rangers game away, New Firm Derby at home. I just want to say thanks very much everyone for all the support you've shown so far, and please remember to subscribe and like.